Chapter 2, Filing of Applications and Examination on Filing. Welcome to your Euro Patent Brief Journey, with Baris. You've been doing an incredible job navigating through the complexities of European patent law. Today, we're going to dive into the examination on filing, a critical part of the process, where the EPO determines if your application meets the minimum requirements to be accorded a filing date. Let's approach this step by step, ensuring that you grasp each concept fully. Remember, I'm here to guide you through, so take your time to absorb the details. Section 4, Examination on Filing. Why this matters. The examination on filing is the EPO's first opportunity to review your application. It's where they check if the basic requirements are met, so that your application can move forward in the process. If these requirements aren't met, you risk losing your filing date, or worse, having your application dismissed altogether. Let's break down what this involves. Section 4.1, Minimum Requirements for According a Date of Filing. What does the EPO look for? To grant a filing date, the EPO's receiving section checks whether your application includes three critical elements. 1. An indication that a European patent is sought. This might sound obvious, but your application must clearly state that you're seeking a European patent. The EPO Form 1001, which is the request for grant form, is designed to help you meet this requirement. Rule 41A. This rule specifies that, without this indication, your application cannot be accorded a filing date. 2. Information identifying the applicant, or allowing the applicant to be contacted. The EPO needs to know who is filing the application. This can be as simple as providing your name, address, or any other information that allows them to contact you. Rule 41B. Even if all other requirements are met, without this information, your application won't be processed. The EPO must be able to reach you, or your representative. 3. A description or a reference to a previously filed application. You must provide a description of your invention, or if you've previously filed an application, you can refer to that one. This reference should include the filing date, file number, and the office where it was filed. Rule 41C. This is crucial because the description forms the basis of what you're claiming as new and inventive. Pause here and think about these requirements. Why do you think each of these elements is necessary for the EPO to grant a filing date? Section 4.1.1. Indication that a European patent is sought. Getting it right. This step might seem simple, but it's the foundation of your entire application. Use the correct form. The EPO provides a specific form, EPO Form 1001, that includes a section where you indicate that a European patent is sought. Using this form correctly is the easiest way to meet this requirement. Avoiding pitfalls. If you neglect to clearly state that you're seeking a European patent, your application will not be processed. This could delay your filing date, or even result in your application being dismissed. Take a moment here to reflect. How can you ensure that this part of your application is crystal clear? Section 4.1.2, Information concerning the applicant. Why applicant information is crucial. The EPO needs to know who is behind the application. Without this, they can't process your application, correspond with you, or even inform you of important decisions. Here's what you need to provide. Identifying the applicant. At a minimum, you need to provide information that identifies you, or allows the EPO to contact you. This could be your full name, address, or even the name and address of your representative. Multiple applicants. If there are multiple applicants, you only need to provide this information for one of them. However, the more complete your information, the smoother the process will be. Practical tips. Make sure that all the contact information is accurate and up to date. Mistakes here can lead to delays or communication breakdowns, which could be costly in terms of both time and money. Pause here. Consider the importance of getting your contact details right. What could happen if the EPO can't reach you? Section 4.1.3, Description. The heart of your application. The description is where you lay out the details of your invention. It's the core of your application, and without it, the EPO can't understand what you're trying to patent. What it should contain. Your description should be clear and complete, outlining your invention in a way that someone skilled in the art could understand. If you're referencing a previously filed application, make sure to include all the necessary details, like the filing date and the office where it was filed. No close scrutiny at this stage. The EPO doesn't scrutinize the contents of the description at this point. They just need to see that there's something that appears to be a description of an invention. However, it must be legible and sufficiently detailed. Reference to a previously filed application. If you're using a previously filed application, the reference must replace the description and any drawings. The required details, filing date, file number, and office, are crucial to securing your filing date. Pause for reflection. Why is the description so important? Think about the role it plays in defining your invention. Section 4.1.4, Deficiencies and how to correct them. What if something's missing? Mistakes happen, and the EPO has procedures for dealing with them. If your application is missing any of the key elements required for a filing date, here's what you need to know. Missing indication or description. If your application lacks the indication that a European patent is sought, or if it's missing a description or reference to a previously filed application, the EPO will notify you and give you 2 months to correct the issue. This is a non-extendable period. Consequences of not correcting. If you don't fix the deficiency within the given timeframe, your application won't be treated as a European patent application, and the EPO will notify you accordingly. This could mean starting the process all over again, which would reset your filing date. Missing applicant information. If the EPO can't contact you due to missing or incorrect applicant information, your application will not come into existence, unless you correct this on your own, within 2 months of the original filing. Take a moment here. What could be the impact of not correcting these deficiencies? Reflect on the importance of each element we've discussed. Recap and reflection. Today we've covered the examination on filing and the minimum requirements for a filing date. The EPO checks for an indication that a European patent is sought, sufficient applicant information, and a description of the invention. Any deficiencies must be corrected within 2 months to avoid losing your filing date. Pause and reflect on what we've discussed. These requirements are your first hurdle in the application process, and understanding them thoroughly is key to avoiding costly mistakes. Next steps. In our next session, we'll continue exploring the examination on filing, including what happens if you need to file missing parts of the description or drawings after your initial filing. We'll also talk about what happens if you accidentally file the wrong documents and need to make corrections. For now, take some time to review today's material. Remember, every detail matters in this process, but with careful attention, you'll navigate it successfully. You're doing an excellent job, keep up the great work, and I'll see you in the next session. Thanks for your continued dedication to mastering European patent law.